Okay, let's do a quick review of the graphs that we will see in the theory of the firm, the different industries that we cover. The first being perfect competition. We'll refer to that as PC. We will have a side-by-side graph of the industry, or some might call it the market, and then the firm. In my industry graph, this is just simply supply and demand. Make sure you connect your dots down to indicate where price and quantity are on the X and Y axis. And this is just a perfect example of the invisible hand and how it works. The industry has many buyers, many sellers. It's a homogeneous product, easy entry and exit to the market. So that's the industry. Whatever the price is set in the industry, that is carried over to the firm. Firms in perfect competition are price takers. They take the price that is set by the industry with many consumers and many producers. That price line is also marginal revenue, demand, and average revenue in perfect competition. Now, the next curve that we're going to see is our marginal cost curve. Marginal cost, wherever marginal cost equals marginal revenue, is our optimum production point. That is where we go to figure out the quantity that we will produce at in the industry. Now, if we have an industry in long run equilibrium, we're going to see an average total cost curve. It's going to be probably U-shaped. It is going to strike right at our price point, so that in the long run we see zero economic profits. Whoops, economic profits, or break even. That's in the long run. Now, in the short run, we can have a firm making profits or losses. A firm that is making short run profits is going to have an ATC curve that falls below their price line. So in other words, I'm taking in more in revenue than it costs me per unit to manufacture this good. That makes sense. So in the short run, we can have profits. In the long run, what will happen is, as we see individual firms making money, more firms are going to join this market. Over in the industry or in the market graph, if more firms join the market, what will happen to supply? Supply is going to increase. This was our original price. This is our original quantity. If we see a change in price, that has to carry over to a new price for the firm. The price drops to the point that we'll be back at break even. So the long run effect ends up happening. Now, if we have a firm that's losing money, here's our price. And we know that that also is equal to Mr. Darp. Here's our marginal cost curve. If they're losing money, then ATC is above the price. So it costs us more than we can sell the units for. Okay, so here's our quantity. We're losing money. If we're losing money, firms will exit the market. They don't want to continue to lose money. So what happens to our supply and demand curve? Well, guess what? If less firms are in the industry, supply is going to contract or decrease. We get a new price point. We were here. Now we've got a higher price, which transfers over, and I kind of drew it kind of crazy. But we're going to have a new price point that is going to get us, again, to break even. Now, the only other thing that we can worry about in perfect competition is shutdown. If we have a firm, this is a firm, not the industry. If we have a firm that is losing money, so they're here, and their ATC curve is up here, they will continue to operate as long as they are covering their variable costs. If, however, AVC is above price, they can't cover their variable costs to run even in the short run, and they will shut down. And just on a side note, just a reminder, this area between average total cost and average variable cost is your average fixed cost. So that's perfect competition.